When it comes to animation, no other movie is as beloved as the Toy Story series.
To infinity and beyond!
Everyone has seen it, and many are inspired by it, but very few know the story behind it. Did you know even Steve Jobs was involved with the film? Well, you will now. Hello folks, today on Behind the Date, we will talk about the greatest animated film ever to be made. We will dive deep into the world of Toy Story, how it was made, and the indelible mark it has left on all of us. This movie has inspired a generation, and will most likely continue doing so. Here is the story of Toy Story.
You're my favorite deputy. You got a friend in me.
The making of the iconic 1995 movie, Toy Story, was a long and arduous process that spanned the better part of a decade. It all started in 1991 when Pixar Animation Studios, then known as Pixar Graphics Group, was purchased by Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple. Jobs was looking for a new venture and saw potential in the Computer Graphics Group, which was making commercials and computer graphics for movies like Star Trek, The Voyage Home, and The Abyss. At the time, computer-generated imagery, CGI, was a fairly new technology, so Pixar's team, headed by John Lasseter, had to figure out how to make this new medium work. The film was initially conceived as a 30-minute short film, but as the team worked on the project, they realized that a full-length feature was possible. The next step was to create the story for the film. Pixar's team began by looking at existing stories and characters, and soon realized that a film about a group of toys coming alive was the perfect concept. The team then created a storyboard of the film that was eventually turned into a script. Once the script was complete, the Pixar team had to figure out how to bring their vision to life. They sought out the help of the special effects wizards at Industrial Light and Magic, who had been working on CGI for years. The team was able to create a detailed 3D world for the characters to inhabit, and the special effects studio allowed Pixar to see their creations before they were even shot. With the world and characters in place, the Pixar team then had to create the animation. Each frame of the film was hand-drawn and then scanned into the computer before it was colored and given a texture. The animation was then put together to create the finished product that audiences saw in theaters. The film was finally completed in 1995 and released to critical acclaim. Toy Story was a milestone in the history of animation and opened the door for other CGI animated films. It was the first full-length computer-animated feature film and a major milestone for the animation industry. Directed by John Lasseter, Toy Story 1 tells the story of a group of toys that come to life when their owner, Andy, is away. The toys, led by Woody, the cowboy doll, and Buzz Lightyear, the space ranger, must work together to escape from the clutches of the villainous Sid, who wants to tear them apart. Toy Story 1 featured the voice talents of Tom Hanks,
We're here for Andy when he needs us. That's
Tim Allen,
Buzz Lightyear to Star Command. Come in, Star Command. Why don't they answer?
Don Rickles,
Hey, look! I'm Picasso!
Wallace Shawn,
It's another dinosaur. A mean one. I just don't think I can take that kind of rejection.
John Ratzenberger,
Ready for pork chop.
and Annie
Don't let it
Potts.
get to you, Woody.
I know Andy's excited about Buzz, but you know he'll always have a special place for you.
The animation was also praised for its stunning visuals and lifelike movements. The music was composed by Randy Newman and featured a mix of jazz, pop, and blues. The film was so successful that it spawned 3 sequels: Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3, and Toy Story 4, as well as several spin-offs and a television series. It was also nominated for various Academy Awards. Toy Story 1 has become a classic film, beloved by children and adults alike. Its message of friendship, loyalty, and courage resonates with audiences of all ages. The film marked the beginning of Pixar's ongoing success as a movie studio. Today, Toy Story is regarded as one of the best animated films of all time, and its influence can still be seen in animated movies released today. But what followed Toy Story 1 was even better. A movie that was double the fun, double the visual treat, and earned almost double the money and acclaim. We are talking about Toy Story 2. Toy Story 2, the sequel to the classic 1995 film Toy Story, was released in theaters in 1999. Directed again by John Lasseter, the film follows the adventures of Sheriff Woody, Buzz Lightyear, and the rest of the toys as they try to save their beloved owner, Andy, from the clutches of the villainous toy collector Al. The film starts off with a gang of toys attempting to rescue Woody from the evil Al. Along the way, they meet a number of new characters, including Jessie the cowgirl, Bullseye the horse, and Stinky Pete the prospector. Through these characters, the toys learn lessons about friendship, loyalty, and the power of family. The storyboarding process for Toy Story 2 began in 1996. The filmmakers wanted to create a story that was even funnier and more exciting than the first movie. The storyboard featured a number of different plot points, including a daring rescue mission and a love story between Buzz and Jessie. The animation process for Toy Story 2 began in 1997. This time the film had a very short deadline, making the process of making the film very difficult. Many employees worked overtime and suffered from various diseases due to it. There were also many iterations to the final product as the creative constantly debated on the quality of the film, hence redoing a lot of work that was already done. While the animation took, the voiceover process went quite smoothly. The voice acting was again recorded by Tom Hanks and Tim Allen, and the other actors had to record their lines separately, since the movie was being made with computer-generated imagery. The actors recorded their dialogue in a sound booth, while the animators used the recordings to help craft the characters' movements. The computer-generated imagery for Toy Story 2 was created with a combination of Pixar's RenderMan software and Autodesk's Maya software. The RenderMan software was used to create the 3D models of each character, while the Maya software was used to animate the characters. The entire process took about a year to complete. Toy Story 2 was a huge success at the box office, becoming the highest-grossing animated film of all time until it was overtaken by Finding Nemo in 2003. It earned a number of awards, including an Academy Award nomination for Best Original Song for Randy Newman's When She Loved Me.
When she loved me.
The film has left an indelible mark on pop culture. It was the first animated film to be released on DVD and spawned a whole series of merchandise, including video games, toys, and clothing. It also introduced a new generation to the beloved characters from the first film. The legacy of Toy Story 2 lives on today, with its characters, themes, and music being referenced in popular culture. It has been cited as an influence on filmmakers like Pixar's Pete Docter and Brad Bird, as well as television shows like South Park and Family Guy.
Oh, Pete!
Its influence can also be seen in the many computer-animated films that have followed in its wake. The film is now a beloved classic that continues to entertain children and adults alike. It is a perfect example of Pixar's ability to create films that are both entertaining and emotionally powerful. With its timeless messages about friendship, loyalty, and family, Toy Story 2 remains a classic that continues to be enjoyed by generations of fans.